Good morning, friends. Today let us discuss active and passive voice. What is active voice and what is passive voice? We have to know first. If the subject is the doer or the agent of the work, then we can say it is active voice. Sometimes subject may not be the agent of the work, or simply to make us have a clear idea, if the subject is not the doer, then we can say that it is passive. Here we can take this example, she teaches English. Subject is she. Who teaches? To find out whether the subject is doer or not, or the agent of the work or not, we have to put the question with who. Who teaches English? We get answer that she teaches English. So, she, the subject is the agent of the work. So, we can say this is active voice. Now, let's take the second example. English is taught by her. What is the subject? The noun or pronoun at the beginning of the sentence is subject. Here, English is the subject, but it's not the agent of the work. The work which is done by someone is not English. So, English is taught by her. Here, the subject is not the agent of the work or doer of the work. That is why you can say this is passive voice. So, let's have a clear idea now. If the subject is the agent of the work, active voice. If the subject is not the agent of the work, passive voice. Now, when should we use active? When should we use passive? That we have to know. It's not the just exercise to do something. We have to know clearly when should we use active voice, when should we use passive voice. If the doer is very important, we have to use active voice. Doer is important, then we have to use active. Sometimes doer is not important, not known, not essentially mentioned, then we have to say that it is passive. We use active voice when the doer is important. We use passive voice when doer is unimportant and unknown. Unimportant or unknown. So we have 2 points here. If the subject is the agent of the work, active voice. If the subject is not the agent of the work, passive voice. We use active voice when doer is important. When doer is unimportant, agent of the work is unimportant or unknown, we have to use passive. So, I give you another example to make you have a clear idea. Three persons were killed in an accident. Here the subject is 3 persons. 3 persons were killed in an accident. 3 persons are not the agent of the work. They were the persons enjoyed or experienced the action happened there. Who did accident? We don't know. Doer is not known. Accident is accident only. It is not deliberately done. So here the subject is not the doer and we don't know the doer or the agent of the work. It occurred. Accident occurred. That is why we can say that it is in passive voice. On such occasion we can use passive. When doer is not known, we can see that. If unimportant, then also, for example, a function is there and sweets were prepared. Who prepared sweets is not important. Preparation of sweets is important. That is why the action is very important. When the action is very important and the doer is unimportant, unknown, then we have to use passive voice. This is the example. With this example, you can understand what is active and what is passive. Now let us go to the next part of it. How to transform the sentence. How to transform the sentence from transformation of sentence from active to passive. Let's take an example. The boy is playing chess. We have to find out now what is the subject, what is the verb, and what is the object. We can change a sentence from active to passive when there is object. Sometimes there won't be objects. We know transitive and intransitive verbs. We can't go deep into it. But if the object is there in the sentence, we can change a sentence from active to passive. How can we? The noun or pronoun at the beginning of the sentence is subject. And the action, what is going on? This is verb. The boy is playing. To find out whether object is there or not, we have to put two questions. What or whom? With the help of these two questions, we can find out whether the object is there or not in the sentence. The boy is playing chess. The boy is subject, is playing is verb. What is the boy playing? We get the answer chess. This is subject. Sometimes there may not be object. She went to market. Blindly we cannot say that object is there. We have to find out with the help of two questions, either what or whom. The noun or pronoun at the beginning of the sentence is subject, and this is verb second form. She went. What did she go or what she went? We won't get the answer. Whom did she go? We won't get the answer. So, to market is not object. There is no object. This type of sentence cannot be changed into passive. So first we have to know whether object is there or not in the sentence. With the help of two questions, what or whom, we have to find out whether object is there or not. And we know if the subject is the doer of the action or doer or the agent of the work, then it is active voice. To change into passive, we have to first find out whether object is there or not with the help of these two questions. When we get object, when we find out object is there in the sentence, we can change into passive. What is the first thing we have to do? Object should be written in place of subject. This is the first. Second, if V1 is there, we have to use is, am, are. V2 is there, we have to use was, were. Ing form is there, we have to use being. Along with is being, are being, was being, were being. V3 is there, we have to use being. And irrespective of tense, we have to use V3 only. Is to be used. irrespective of tense. Next. The last one is subject should be written in place of object. These are the four important steps involved in the transformation of sentence from active to passive. We discuss in detail with different examples, with different tenses in the next class. Have a nice day. Thank you.